like a sort of like a sand with glue mixed together to make a sort of like a plaster.
Yeah, no. Well, I shall share this information. Look, these sarcophagi are but sand and resin to be held together in the shapes. They've been molded, mayhap even 3D printed.
Arcane check.
Are you saying all of them?
All of them.
Vane, all of them, or
All four of
just...
them,
All four of them are
And can you remember
stone.
Can you remember what that last group, that other guys, was made out of? Is this different than theirs?
It appears to be so.
Interesting.
Dave, arcane check.
There really wouldn't be any kind of arcane check used here. I mean, you can tell that they're made out of sand, like like you were saying, with a resin, as a mixture, and then
I guess it would be nature.
Sure, I don't know how would you want to use a nature check though? I mean, how would you want to use it?
Well, you're saying it's held together somehow. Like what would?
Like the sap of a bark or something. A sap of
Gorilla glue on top.
Why would something be held together like this?
Well, you know that commoners wouldn't be held in something like this. Only probably upper echelon nobles, stuff like that.
Again, it just seems like a weird thing.
Maybe getting.
Okay,
if there's a noble in there, what else are we looking at?
Here lie the Rivenroars until the day of the Black Sun. If you seek their monument, look at the lands around you.
Look at all four. Examine all four of the sarcophagi. See if I can make any pattern of drawings on the side.
On top of it or something.
Well, yeah, on the side of the sarcophagus, it looks like rolling hills have kind of been like etched into the side of the sarcophagus. Yes.
All right, this may be the lands.
As I just gave you the clue there.
Right. Right. Well,
so the
Fail's wanting to open the thing, and you can see her dancing around the thing.
It'll be desecration. So, I think the monument to the family is their land that they held and maintained around the castle until such time as their family fell into ruin and the land returned to the wild.
Vane, what are you up to? What? Let's open these.
I am one with nature.
Well, let's open one.
Actually, yes, Dave. Can I use
for
my
science? We're not trying to rob it. We're looking for clues.
And
right? What? The clues are on the outside. Can I use my nature check to see if I can recognize?
We won't see the clues on the inside then.
If I can use my nature check to see if I can recognize any of the landscape to be similar to that which we passed, the landscapes on the drawings of the sarcophagi, to the landscape we passed.
Oh my God, you're still talking.
Now give me a nature check. Yes, Faye. Yes, fail.
I was going to start pushing on one of the coffins.
Give me a strength check. If you have athletics, you can add that in also. Alright, so yes, you can tell that you're kind of matching. It looks like the area that you're at. You can see where there's like a mountain range engraved. You can also see that there's the hills. You can also see in one of the other sarcophagus down sort of like catty corner to the bottom of the room, you can see that there's like a village that actually a very large area, probably Brindle, representing Brindle. And then on one of the sarcophaguses, you can tell that there is a single large castle, probably representing where you're at now, because it's kind of in that alcove where there's the marsh and the mountain range to the north. So it looks like they've drawn the veil on the sides of these sarcophagus.
Good, because to me, the top of the sarcophagus looks like it's like I've got a picture of a penis on it.
Perhaps.
Well, I tried to push the top. Yeah, I'm guessing it didn't budge with my 4 roll.
Yeah, you strain, and then your guts come out again.
Oh. Well,
no, I'm just kidding.
I'm poking my guts back in, I grab my crowbar out of my backpack.
Okay. All right.
Steady on, steady on. What are you doing?
We're looking to see what's inside.
The desecration of the dead.
It's for science.
And
What is
we
science?
can always.
What's this science thing you keep talking about?
The pursuit of knowledge.
Truthfully, we have yet to check this room to the south. Perhaps there's further clue in there.
Fine, we can come back to it, I suppose.
Exactly.
I'll listen at the door.
You hear nothing.
We get
Checking
+1
for
to that,
traps just to
nothing.
be sure.
One of these days,
We'll roll
we're
for
gonna
that, right?
we're not gonna check, and it's gonna be like a fireball.
I know, that's why I'll always check.
The door's just going to explode. on
Yeah,
us.
she is good about that.
Because the first one you don't check is going to be trapped.
And that's,
Yeah,
I always
agree.
do it. I always do it. It's without a doubt. Yeah. So you open up the door. You don't find any traps. It was actually a really primitive, a very old lock, and you can see that there's a chamber going down about 30 feet, and it looks like it's turning to the east. And it's totally pitch black. You can see as you open it up, you can actually start to hear a little bit of water dripping, and you can see
I'm
some
intrigued
rats
and-
scurrying across the. You see them scurrying across from one end of the
Before-
hallway to the other.
Before we go down here, I would just bring to everybody's memory that the circular stair that leads up, that lady was taken, that other hostage was taken up or down the circular stair, and there is a circular stair.
Yeah, true. So we can either go north or we can go south. Which do we prefer at this time?
Well, I
hear something.
really don't know, but bitches be crazy.
Hey, thanks for the follow, Vizsler. Thank you very much for the follow. I appreciate
Yeah,
it.
we have knowledge that one of the hostages was taken, so we should probably head there first.
I was gonna say we're already down here at the bottom. You could always check this out real quick, but I don't mind going up the stairs.
Do you remember any of the clues that the other captive that you had found? Do you remember any of the clues that he had given you, Mr. Crazy?
They took him down a spiral staircase,
Mm-hmm.
and then they were separated, and she was taken, and he was brought back. I
Correct.
recall.
And it had been 2 days since he'd seen her.
Spiral staircase up to
You
the
said
north.
down
Yes.
it. We're down the stairs now.
We're track.
I think.
Fresh tracks.
Yeah, I can't. Yeah, okay, so I can't really tell which direction those stairs go.
Friday, Saturday, and
She
Sunday,
She
Vizsler.
could be going. She could be in the throne.
Friday, Saturday, Sunday. It used to be Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, but I cut that out.
Yeah, true. They could have taken those. Remember the stairs that go up from the sarcophagus room? It could just be a circular path, and then this was the down. As a way to get around those the pits. Because I'm sure they have alternate ways of getting around those pits.
Well, I believe the rope that's on the wall with the bells may be a signaling system to close the pits.
Well, One
Actually,
would
they
fi-
were anchored into the wall. The
Oh, were
pits
they?
never. Yeah,
Yeah.
the pits were never closed because there were two ropes. Well, actually, it was one rope kind of branched off onto the two different pits. So, but yeah, it
So-
was just anchored into the wall.
and the stairs to our north right now, those are coming from above and coming down, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
we're downstairs
we're at
from
the
that
bottom.
spiral staircase.
So yeah, you're right.
we are-
We should head south then.
Yes, then we are in the right place. Sorry.
Well, I want to step cautiously to the corner and look around.
Okay. And this is pitch black, and you step around the corner and you see something very interesting. You see an altar, an actual rather large altar with a couple of small candles, but these small candles are barely putting off any light. Now you can also see that there are what appears to be several statues also in this room. You're not too sure what types of statues, because you really haven't gone into the room, but you can definitely tell that
Right. I can see
they're
like
there
the bases of them.
for sure. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, okay.
Oh, not more statues. Oh, I hate statues. Oh, sorry, wrong character.
I stays in the back with his light, ready for Fail to motion him forward.
I'll take a moment to listen, make sure I don't hear anything.
I'm cutting the encounter out altogether with
+1.
this. So there is an encounter here
if
with
you want me to roll.
gnomes and rats. Oh, absolutely. You can hear a like a whimpering, very light
It's a
whimpering.
goblin. Let's kill it.
Alright, instead of moving forward or telling them to come, I move back to the group. Because I hear some whimpering.
No.
And so I guess let's check it out. I'm
Most of
going
these-
first.
Most of these goblins have been quite dedicated. So, for one, to hear whimpering is curious. Perhaps it is the missing woman that the other captives spoke about.
Or the child.
No, I
the
feel-
child that we're looking for.
And the child was but a babe. I feel it would not be whimpering. It would be screaming as
Yeah.
babes I want.
Yeah, it could be the lady.
Or a really wussy guy.
Or it could be Tiberius tied up.
All right.
Let's do it. Let's head out.
Let there be light.
I'll wave everyone on. After you. Yeah.
All right.
All right, let me move
Seeker,
over here.
Stop this. I'm trying not to get you killed.
All right, so as you get to the opening of the chamber, you can see that there is 4 statues, and these statues represent like a panther type of beast. And this beast, it's not just a panther, but it has long tentacles coming up from the body of the panther. And
Oh no.
the eyes, they glow a very light red, like a very light magical red.
So don't forget, there's supposed to be some Rivendell statue. I'm sorry, Dave. I had thought you had breathed there.
That's okay.
But I was just gonna say, I remember reading, or in one of those other things, there was like a statue, something about a statue of Rivendell or something.
Why don't
Riven
These
something.
Rivenroar.
Can I make a? I think it's dungeoneering for supernatural beasties, is it not?
why don't you give me a nature check? I'll even give you a better roll there. Yeah, you notice these
Displacer
statues
beasts.
as exactly. These are displacer beasts. You can tell because of the long tentacles that are coming up out of the side of its body. 2 per displacer beast.
I explained to everybody what they do. They teleport and are somewhat difficult to hit. I believe they can phase out as well.
Yes, extra dimensional phasing, absolutely. And also, as everybody kind of comes around a corner and your eyes focus in, you can see that there is a woman or a humanoid that is lying on the floor in front of the altar. At first it looked like tribute, but you can see that she actually turned and she's looking at you and she's quivering. Oh.
How high is the ceiling in here, Dave?
It is 15 feet.
Thank you, God.
And this this captive is just staring to you, and she's shimmied to where she can face you, but she is tied to the altar.
So, hey, you guys, maybe somebody should talk to this girl. I'm gonna yell. Should I yell? I'm gonna Might as
I
well
don't
just
thi- I
ask
think-
these guys first. I don't know anything about displacer beasts. If I yell, will it be a problem? Because somebody needs to yell to this girl.
Well, if
Maybe
they're
we can
just
throw her a knife or something.
if they're just statues, then no problem at all. But should they transform into real displacer beasts, we're in a universe of pain.
Okay. So, I don't know what would set it off, but maybe we'll ask that girl about them. So I'm gonna yell, Dave. Hold on a sec. So I'm
Meet
gonna
those
yell.
kids.
Are you Mortala?
She just very slightly nods her head, yes, very slowly. But she
Alright,
doesn't
so I'm
say a
gonna
word.
say-
She just is staring at you. Her eyes aren't even blinking, and she's just quivering.
Mortala, we're here to help you.
Ask
We
her
just
about those beastie
rescued-
things.
Yeah, I will in a second, but I wanted to establish if she's really Mortala by asking what the name of her cellmate was, or the person in the cell next to her. It should be Sir Tanyan. So I'll say to her, the person in the cell next to us sent us. His name was Sir something. What was his name?
Sir Mix-a-Lot. Was it Sir Mix-a-Lot?
Sir Mix-a-Lot. Yeah, he was awesome.
No, who you were looking for was
Sir Tanyan is his name. I'm asking her.
Sir Tanyan, yeah, Sir Tanyan.
Yeah.
Sir Tanyan, however you want to say it. I don't care.
I'll let you say it. But I'm just asking her, but she's not talking at all.
No, she's not talking. She just shook her head yes to answer. Are you Mortali? And she shook her head yes.
All right. So go ahead, Vay or Fail. Go ahead and ask your questions.
I'm not in the yelling mood. Ask her if these statues are alive.
Why don't you sneak in and find out?
So Mortala, nod your head yes or shake your head no. Are these statues alive?
It looks like she's got like a shake to her, and you can't tell if she's saying yes or no, and she's just not saying anything. So
Pull
why don't
yourself
you?
together, Mortala.
All right, give me a charisma. Give me an intimidate check.
Oh, an
well, actually,
intimidate? All right.
diplomacy. Give me diplomacy.
All right, let me
Do a
look
little-
to see where that is
little
in skills.
little
Diplomacy.
mini skill challenge.
All right, I see it.
All right.
So I'll say, Mortala, we're doing this for your benefit. You need to get hold of yourself and help us guide through this. If you can answer these questions simply, we should be able to rescue you and get you back to your loved ones. So I'm going to ask you again. Will these statues come alive?
She says, "Rats. The rats. The rats are everywhere. They're everywhere."
All right. So
She's kind of looking around, she's kind of freaked out a little bit now. The rats! The
Well,
rats!
let's just assume they will.
is she? You said that she was tied, Dave. Is it rope or vine or something that's holding her?
It's like a cord, like a hempen cord.
Like a hempen cord?
Yeah, that she's tied up to. She's tied up. Got about I don't know, about 5 or 6 wraps around her probably.
So I want to be able to throw maybe one of my shurikens or something over there so she can cut herself loose. So I'm going to yell to her. I'm going to say, unless somebody else is a good throw and can throw a knife or something over there. I don't want to break the plane. That's what I'm going to tell you guys. I'm going to look, I think we need to throw her something so she can cut herself loose, but I don't want to break the plane by sliding it on the ground or something that might set these creatures off. So does anybody have any suggestions?
Well, I believe Fail is a dab hand with Shuriken. Failing that, I can always throw it.
Well, I mean, I could throw the shuriken, but do you have anything else special, like an arrow of scissors? I have no idea.
I do have a
have
knife if you want to borrow it.
I do have my Swiss Army arrow, but I saved that for special occasion.
You say that in jest.
Useful
but
for getting-
There are arrows that you use on ships to cut sails, to cut lines.
Yeah,
Do you happen to have
Yes.
one
they
in
have
your
arrows that
your
you can
quiver?
dismember people
Rope
with,
cut.
too.
I think it's rope cutters or whatever.
They're actually called barrel rakers, but because of the effect they'll have on a human, but in Japanese, but they're actually a sort of crescent shape.
Yep.
Okay. Well, since nobody really has that, well, why don't
Could I
you?
shoot? Could I shoot
Yeah.
one of the ropes, Dave? And cut it with an arrow?
You feel confident enough to do that?
You want to risk
Oh, God.
not hitting her?
Yeah, you do it right at her ankle.
I mean, she's tied up on the altar. I mean, I wouldn't miss too badly.
All right, out of character. We're gonna have to do this. So
Yeah,
We are.
Eyes ready to just run forward.
All right, you run forward.
I said ready.
All right, you ready up? All right, sure. You run in. Nothing
Looks
happens. Nothing.
All of a sudden,
happens.
nothing happens.
No, the eyes of the statues they continue to glow a very low red, dull glow. The female in question, Myrtala, she is not saying a word, and she is tied to the front of the altar.
I was going to attempt to comfort her, maybe instill some confidence back into her.
Give me an insight check.
Maybe get some side.
I like that eye. I like that a lot. Give me an insight check.
Oh, you are good at that, aren't you, sir?
I've had to deal with fail and pride. Yes.
You can tell that you can tell that she's definitely suffered some kind of mental type of trauma. So she is in a very, very delicate state right now. And you can also see, as you're kind of like kind of brushing the hair out of her face and stuff, you can see that she's just like the other guy, that she hasn't been fed, doesn't have any water. She's got all these small little bites on her, as in she had been bitten by something. Tons of little like rat bites. Now it rings to you. Oh, rats.
Yes. Pending something jumping out of the darkness, he's going to pull out his water skin and put some to her lips.
Maybe untie her or cut free her so she can do
Well,
it herself?
yeah, I'm kind of right there too. I can probably cut.
I would worry that she could hurt herself or run into the darkness at this point. We need to try to,
she could get by
stabilize her first. Well, she could hurt herself is the problem.
I'd be more worried about what we'll do to her.
So let me ask you guys this. Have any of you ever been to Brindle in your previous adventures in life before we started this adventure in Brindle?
No.
I've never been to the valley.
This is my first time of
I
leaving
think
home.
Pride's the only one that has any
Yeah, I
experience.
think Pride was the only one who drove
I
us
would
all
say
here.
Pride. Yeah, I would say Pride. Now, Pride, as you kind of move in, you notice this. You notice this woman. You notice her as the cook from the Blue Parrot, because she would come out and speak to everyone to see how the food was and how her casseroles were. And you didn't know her by name. You did not know that her name was Myrtala, but you definitely know her as the cook of the Blue Parrot Inn where you're staying. You definitely know that.
Well, I walk up to her, and in an attempt to try to settle her down, maybe kind of bring her back to reality a little bit, I just start striking up a conversation with her and say, "Oh, aren't you the cook at the Blue Parrot?"
She's drinking your the water out of the skin,
Yep.
and she. Give me a what else do you do to try to comfort her, and also give me a diplomacy check also while you're doing this. We're kind of doing like a mini skill challenge here. 3 successes before 2 failures. So you guys already got 2 successes. So let's see if you guys are successful.
Let me do the diplomacy check first, then
Sure.
I'll finish saying what I was going to say.
Okay. Wow, you're so lucky. You got such a nice bonus than that. So
I know.
Yeah, go ahead and comfort her. Go ahead and comfort her.
Yeah. So I kind of put my hand out and smooth her hair a little bit, and I said, yes, definitely. I recognize you. I'm sure that they're very worried about you back there. We can help you get back to safety.
She blinks a couple times and she says, I remember you. Oh, you're the one that always causes trouble in the Blue Parrot. You and that dwarf. I remember you. You're the one that told me that my casserole was rotten that time. I remember you, though.
I looks at Pride.
That sounds like
disapprovingly.
Pride.
Well, yes, that might have been me, but the casserole wasn't really so bad.
Oh, thank you. And she's, got water running down her face and whatnot because she just keeps drinking the water like emphatically. I mean, she's just like taking it in, and she
better tell her not to drink so much water.
She says, thank you. She says, have you found the others? Oh, have you found the others?
We found one other.
Oh, who did you find?
What's his name, sir?
Sertonian.
Sertonian.
Tanya.
Yes.
Oh,
Tanyan.
Sir Tonian. Oh, yes, he's such a nice man. But yes, oh, that's good that you found him.
Yes, he's waiting for
about
you.
Adroncius.
He's worried about you.
Have you found Adroncius? He is upstairs in one of the family crypts. I do know that. I heard those wretched pig-faced creatures, the goblins, whatever they were. I heard them talking about it. It was some family that started with a J, but I don't remember it. And I was also held with Sartanian briefly in a cell, but I was taken down some spiral staircase, and the next thing I know, I was brought here, and I was supposed to be sacrificed tonight. You're not here to sacrifice me, are you? You're not.
Of course not.
You're not
Of
working
course
with the
not.
Red Hand, are you?
Absolutely
Oh,
not. We are here to defeat
God.
the Red Hand.
Oh, okay. Oh, that's so good. That's good news.
As you're sharpening your knife, no.
No need to worry, madam. We're here to rescue you. And Sartanian, he's not far away at all. We can help you get back to him.
Oh, thank you.
I say to Vane or whisper to Vane. How much are we getting paid for each one?
You get
I think
Like-
it's like 50 gold or something, or 100 gold.
200 for all of them, yeah.
Oh, okay.
So there's 7, and they're 100 gold apiece. I don't think that math works out. Just
I know
FYI.
that. I know that, and you know that. But if we don't tell Fail something good, she'll just try and kill her.
Okay. All right.
Alright, so I go ahead and, untie her and everything, kind of help her get to her feet, give her some rations.
Is she strong enough to walk?
Oh,
Are you gonna let's
yes.
make a travois out of Vane's bones?
Yeah, she's pretty bad shape. She's a little wobbly. She's just dehydrated is all. And she says, "Yes, I can make it. Oh, yes, I can make it." She seems to be really sweating also. She seems to be a little pale also. So she may be suffering from something that's probably more than just
I was just gonna say,
dehydration.
Infection
possible-
from the rats.
is it possible to make a heal check on that too?
Sure, yeah.
as she comes out?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'll go ahead and...
Oh, damn! Rolled over from an 18.
Yeah, you just think she's got some type of dungeon fever or something like that. Oh yeah,
I
I remember
kinda-
back.
Brush him aside and let the professionals handle this.
She chuckles.
She just needs to
Oh,
stop it,
wow.
Slim Jim.
Wow. This is you're able to tell what she has.
She's pregnant. With the goblin's child.
Common mistake. It's
There you
actually
go.
just harpies.